Most of us carry an underlying dissatisfaction that persists regardless of our achievements or our stage of life. This is the perennial struggle. We spend our days striving for peace, yet those efforts often backfire. Our pursuit of fulfillment frequently leads to anxiety and self-sabotage, and a feeling of being trapped in our own lives. If human beings are hardwired to survive and thrive, we have to ask why our attempts to be happy are so consistently counterproductive. This struggle persists because our internal maps don't match the actual terrain. To see where the map went wrong, we have to look at our biological baseline. This sense of being stuck is a predictable consequence of how our mental architecture is built. We are biological organisms driven by inescapable fundamental needs that demand to be met. This structure shows how our needs evolve. We start with the foundation of physical survival. As those are met, we scale up to emotional requirements like love and belonging. At the top is the drive to find transcendent meaning. This constant hunger for more is our evolutionary hardwiring functioning exactly as intended. Because our drive for fulfillment is working correctly, the root of our misery must lie in how that drive is processed. Our pure biological needs are forced through an invisible, highly individualized filter called a worldview. We construct this worldview haphazardly during childhood. We absorb societal rules, media messaging, and unexamined trauma, stacking them into an unconscious rulebook for how the world works. This flow system shows the distortion in action. A pure need, like the desire for intimacy, enters the tangled filter of the worldview. By the time it emerges, it has mutated into a toxic desire, like the need to control others. This filter operates beneath our conscious awareness, expanding until we mistake artificial desires for objective reality. Alcoholics Anonymous programs approach character defects as survival mechanisms that mutated inside this broken filter. This book was one of the first to provide a structure for diagnosing and dismantling those loops. We suffer by chasing artificial desires, while our actual needs go unmet. When we finally realize we are miserable, our first instinct is to try and fix ourselves using our current logic. But new knowledge and wisdom can only come from outside our current worldview. You cannot solve a problem using the exact same consciousness and assumptions that created it. If you are in a box, the only solutions you can find are the ones already in the box with you. Reading self-help books or rearranging your current thoughts is ineffective while you remain within your existing comfort zone. To achieve real change, we must abandon our current logic and step blindly into the unknown. A transcendent truth exists. It is strictly experiential, meaning it cannot be conceptualized or intellectualized. As philosopher Ralph Waldo Emerson argued, this truth cannot be transferred through language or dogma. It requires self-reliant discovery and must be lived directly. Rather than crashing into the rigid wall of an uncontrollable reality, we learn to actively participate in it, riding the wave. A good life begins when our internal picture of the world finally matches the world itself. It is the moment we stop fighting reality and start participating in it. Ultimate fulfillment requires dropping the illusion of control, breaking out of the invisible box of your worldview, and directly experiencing the unfiltered reality that was there all along.